Welcome back, everybody. Monday morning edition of Hot Mic rolls on. Our thanks to Jeff Kolpak for giving us a few minutes there. Late Friday, as we were wrapping up the show, this always happens. We got to let everybody know we're on from 9 to 11. I think people know. If you want to break news, we're on from 9 to 11. Saw the announcement out of Minot, North Dakota, out of a player we've been keeping our eyes on for the better part of 4 years now. Maggie Fricke announced on Friday that she is committed to play basketball at the University of North Dakota. The rarity for a player that we've known, as we mentioned, for 4 years, who was the state tournament MVP as an eighth grader in 2022 when Minot won the state championship, and now she'll play Division I basketball in her home state in Grand Forks, and she joins us on this Monday. I was just visiting off air. I think I interviewed you shortly after the state tournament because UND offered you. That was now 3 years ago. Does it feel that long ago?
No, I feel like time has flown, and they always talk about it when you're young, like, oh, like, don't take it for granted, it's gonna go fast, but it actually flies. Like, it does fly.
How much did life change now that you can look back at it after winning state?
I mean, a lot. I mean, yes and no. You look at, like, I have my injury, so I missed some, but then you can look back, and I mean, our team has gone through some up and downs, injuries and all that, but it's still so much fun to play basketball. It doesn't matter, state championship or not. But I mean, you still look back and you're like, I want to get back in that position. I want to get back to that state championship. So it continues to work harder.
For you personally, as an eighth grader, to have the kind of spotlight you did, how was that to handle? Was it a lot?
I say yes and no. I've always had such like high expectation for myself. And before that game, I mean, I was going through some struggles where I wasn't playing at my top. So then when I went in that big moment and performed my best, and our team did, it wasn't just me. I mean, I got the MVP, but I mean, I couldn't get the passes about them. I couldn't get all the big rebounds, and kudos to them as well, even our seniors that left that year. But it's kind of like amazing just to know, like, at a young age, any girl can still be top prospect. Like, it doesn't matter if you're a senior, a seventh grader, an eighth grader, like, you have the ability if you work hard.
So take us back the best of your recollection, because you guys win state, you're MVP, and then is it a week later, 3 days later, that Mallory Bernard called you and offered? What do you remember about that?
I don't remember exactly how long, but I remember I was in my car and my dad got told by my coach that UND wanted to give me a phone call, and it was after school. I remember exactly where we parked, and I mean my face lit up. Like, I'm at a young age, you don't expect that to happen so fast, and like, it's such a big accomplishment. So then later that day I got a call, and I mean, I was so excited. It was me and my mom in my room, and they would tell me how much they loved my game and they could see me here. And that's kind of where we started our connection. I got offered the first phone call, which was also a big thing, and it was just this overwhelming excitement.
Division I know, has always been a goal, but that early, did it click like, holy cow, like somebody believes I can play Division I basketball?
Yeah, like, you always, like, you see the girls that are, like, you look at Twitter and all those girls that are young, like, getting these big offers and these Division I offers, but you never think it's gonna happen to you. But it's like, wow, like, people actually believe in me, and I've worked so hard for this, and, like, I just gotta continue working harder. So it's kind of like a motivator and an accomplishment.
I know the following year, 23, you guys have another great year. You come here to Fargo for state. Red River got you, that was the best day of girls basketball I ever remember, because the matchups that day were crazy. The last 2 years have really been a trial. Give us, for people that haven't been following, Maggie, what's been going on for you personally, health-wise, the last couple of years?
Yeah, so last year it was the first game of the playoff game for WDA. I had a no contact injury, and it led to like a grade 1 partial ACL tear. It was weird because I was able to continue the game. I was playing, and it was not until that next morning where I felt like all the pain. I got my MRI, came back, and we didn't really know the time frame or what was going on. Like, some said surgery, some said not. So then I was also out for WDA and state, obviously, which was really unexpected. So our team really had to like try to connect things, and they did a great job. Don't get me wrong, they did a great job. It was definitely like a learning experience too. So then I went down to Minnesota and saw Dr. Larson, which is my surgeon, and he said no surgery needed. So I was just PTing, rehabbing for about 4 months. I got cleared in the summer, but I wasn't anywhere where I wanted to be. I mean, obviously you expect that. I was in a brace. So it was a tough summer trying to play and try to battle through, and I wasn't my 100%. So I would say I was getting near my 100% during high school. But then sadly, the third game of the season, in the first half, I was going driving baseline and I had a no contact full ACL tear, and I had surgery about 3 weeks ago.
Did you know it when it happened?
Yeah, I mean, the first time I didn't really know what happened, but this second time I felt everything. Like I knew the moment I went down that it was not good.
Just emotionally wise, that's a lot. You're talking about a lot to deal with as an eighth grader. This is a lot. You're 16, 17 years old. How did you handle that, knowing I'm going to have to sit out again? I'm going to sit out this whole season, basically.
I mean, I accepted it, I mean, right when I went down. So, and like last year I did get that trial where I had to sit out. And last year was really hard sitting out WDA and state because that's what you prepare and you
Yeah.
practice for all year. And it's just that's one thing I love is WDA and state. Like that's my favorite thing, the memories, the playing, the atmosphere. So I think it'll be harder at the end of the season when I have to go through that again. But last year I missed out on a lot. But I mean, this PT is just like a sport. Like I have to take it competitively. It's a grind and it's a lot. They don't prepare you mentally, I don't think, for surgery and the PT stuff.
Yeah.
But I mean, you have others surrounding you. And then I have my teammate too that just had her surgery. So we can kind of lean on in each other, and which helps a lot.
I got to ask, did you worry about your collegiate future when you tore your ACL? Like, this is another injury. Like, is this going to be gone now?
You always think that because some colleges they don't want injured players, some don't. But I'm so grateful that Coach Mallory did it even last year, even this year. Like she did not care that I was hurt. She knows my full ability, and she knows. And you can see, like I started off the year really strong, really confident, and that's when I came back. So I can do that even better. So it just overwhelming that she was able to welcome me still.
So you mentioned off air you had surgery 3 weeks ago. How did it go, and where are you at now?
Yeah, it went really good. It went better than I thought. The first week is pretty brutal. I mean, it's painful. Like you don't really prepare for that, even though you're on the pain pills. But yeah, no, it's still good. I'm still on my crutches. I'm still in a locked brace. I'm just working on my bending, but it gets better. Like it really does, and it's easier to move around. So I was able to go to the game Saturday to support the girls after my surgery. So that was nice.
So, I mean, you're people that follow the WDA, Minot's first. The guys are 18-1. I mean, I know you got to be excited, but is it in your back of your heart and your mind, like, boy, killing you, like, boy, they're this good and I can't play?
It does suck. Like it really but I love my team. I want them to do their best. But then you're out there and you just imagine yourself on the court. You're like, oh, I could do this, this, this. And you see other things that you don't when you're playing. So it is a learning experience. I've got to watch some film and break down film for the girls just to be involved. I'm still currently doing basketball with my injury. I'll sit in a chair and shoot some hoops. Like I still dribble. Like I'm still involving myself, which is really nice.
How difficult is that to dribble in a chair? That's not something I think people know how to do. How did you learn that?
I did it right when I tore it too, just because like you can lose your skill, and just sitting in your bed rotting is no fun. So I just sit in my chair, my leg around, and just dribble and do what I can. So
wow. Give us now the conversation then when you called Mallory and said, I want to commit. Give us the lowdown how that went down.
Yeah, so I was with my mom. It was kind of like the same situation when she offered me. We were both in my bed, and I call Mallory and I was just like, hey, like I have a quick question. Like, is there going to be a number 2 available for my freshman year? And she was so excited. And actually all the girls were at her house. They were having team dinner. So she put them on the phone. They all cheered for me, which was great because like the girls were so welcoming every single time I went there. And I'm so excited to play with some of them like Shillard and Pempington. Like they're such phenomenal players. And it was just, and it's also like my knee injury. It's so exciting to look at something good after this.
You and Jossie have had your battles. How excited are you to be teammates now?
I'm so excited. Yeah, we were going back and back, Red Rivers versus Minot for a few years. But she's a phenomenal player. She's doing great at UND, and just to see what both of us can do with each other I'm excited to see.
I mean, this is an obvious question. So by the time, will you do AAU? Will you think if the knee's ready to go, will you do that this summer or no?
Nope. I won't be cleared until November, December. And I'm kind of I know where I'm going to school. I'm really training hard for UND my freshman year. Like that's my goal. Like I want to be 100% for them. I haven't decided, or I guess it's really early to tell when I'll be exactly back next season.
Yeah.
But I'm just training hard for college and try to be my 100% when I come in.
To, I guess, think about that. I know you want to put all the weight in the world on your shoulders on your senior year. How difficult is that to, I want to just be healthy, get out there and just play and just go out there.
Yeah, like right now I just want to play. Like that's what I want to do. But I know like I got to take it slow. Like I don't want a chance of re-tearing it. And that would hurt me more. Like if I went back too early or back when I wasn't ready. But I mean, I'm still so excited to play with my senior year. Like I still get my season no matter how many games it is. But the hardest part I think was I didn't get to play with the seniors that I've kind of grown up in this high school culture with, but they're doing great. So
I know I asked you this. How many questions you get all the time about what Lili's going to do? Because you guys are such a tandem. You were unbelievable when you won state, and she's got everybody and their brother wanting her to go to their school.
Yeah, so I ask her sometimes, but I guess she doesn't really know yet. And we don't really like. A lot of people expect you to talk about it, but
right.
It's kind of like cool. Like I just want to know about your life, like what's going on with your drama, like just like things. She's a phenomenal player and I've loved playing with her. So it's kind of hard that I haven't got to play with her for WDA and state the last 2 years now. But I mean, we have our senior year together. So
describe for people that don't live there, Maggie, how crazy Minot is for basketball. What is it about that city that sport is just, they're interconnected?
It's honestly amazing. My first year was a 7th grade year. It was kind of rough. I mean, it was also the back from COVID year. We weren't very there together. And then my 8th grade year, some girls got pulled up and we just came out and played so hard. Like the culture changed. Like our community is so good with supporting Minot. Like it's actually unreal. But as we get older, like we've all been playing with each other and we're such a talented group of girls. Like girls are working outside of practice. And like even our boys are really good. They have a great coach. Like Winchesky's a really good coach. So even looking at each other and being like, wow, we're good. Our hockey team is so good this year. So we're all kind of like the Magic City, like town. So it's actually amazing. And I think one of the best feelings was when us and the boys won state our 8th grade year. Like it was just like this unreal thing for Minot. So
last thing, most important question is Coach Schwartz still rocking the pink shoes? Does he still have those?
He does. He brought new ones out though for pink night, but we'll go back to the original ones. So
so the ones he got like 4 years ago, he still has?
Yeah.
Wow. All right. Hopefully he's cleaned out there. It's great to see you. Everybody wants you to get back on the court because you're just fantastic to watch play. Congratulations on committing, and thanks for the time this morning, okay?
Thank you.
Maggie Fricke joining us from Minot, North Dakota, newest member of the UND class of 2026. She's just a junior, folks. She'll be back next season, and you saw those highlights again, and I've had the great privilege of calling many a state tournament. That one in Bismarck in 22 will be remembered for a long time because that Century team, people forget, had won 49 games in a row heading into that. They had Logan Nisley on their team, who's, of course, now playing at the University of Nebraska. And between Fricke and Bell and Lynette Johnson, who does our color commentary and has for the last decade, I'm sitting there next to her, and we're both shaking our heads. There's 2 8th graders that are the best players on the floor that night in Bismarck. It was a special 3 days because Fricke set the tournament record for threes against the quarterfinals, if I remember right. So hopefully she gets healthy. We can see her back out there playing in the not-too-distant future. We'll take our final break. We'll come back. We'll get you ready. Yeah, it's President's Day. It's a busy Monday. We got a lot going on. We'll tell you all about it when Hot Mike wraps right after this.